Welcome back to Terror by the Bay. I'm David. Well, just to let you know, it's not just the Republican Party that's dysfunctional. John Fetterman decided that he wanted to troll Senator Bob Menendez. Senator Bob Menendez is under investigation or indictment for corruption, bribery. They found gold bars in his house, all sorts of stuff. He's acting as an agent for another country, Egypt, I believe. And in this case, John Fetterman had George Santos. George Santos opened up a Cameo account, which basically he'll record a short message for you. So Fetterman paid Santos about $350 to record a message for Bob Menendez, and it went something like this. Hey, Bobby, look, I don't think I need to tell you, but these people want to make you get in trouble and want to kick you out and make you run away. You make them put up or shut up, said Santos on the video. You stand your ground, sir, and don't get bogged down by all the haters out there. Stay strong. Merry Christmas. And Fetterman shared the video on X and wrote, I thought my ethically challenged colleague Bob Menendez from New Jersey could use some encouragement given his substantial legal problems. So I approached a seasoned expert on the matter to give Bobby from Jersey some advice. Menendez was not amused and basically threw some shallow insults, calling Fetterman Mr. Clickbait, and doesn't think Fetterman's constituents will appreciate him throwing $350 at George Santos. But okay, so Fetterman was one of the first people to call for Menendez to resign, and joined by a number of Democrats in the Senate after that. Let's look at Bob Menendez, and we'll look at his case here and see how Senator Menendez is doing in the energy around this corruption case that's surrounding him. Entertainment purposes only. Getting George Santos to troll your political, not even opponent, just to troll somebody corrupt, you know. We can have a lot of fun with George Santos. I'm just glad he's not a politician anymore. He's going to be way more fun in this role than he ever would be as a politician. Again, entertainment purpose only. What's going on with Senator Menendez's corruption, bribery, and agent for another country trial? Okay, my deck's upside down, but this is not a good start. His political career is over with, because even underneath it is the ten of wands. Lucy, you have some splaining to do, and he can't explain everything that's going on with this. He's already been nailed for corruption before, and got out of it, I believe, on a hung jury. I haven't done any research since the original research I did months ago, so I'm relying on memory here. But this is a huge case, and he's not recovering from this one. There's too much going on here. Yeah, justice is here for him. What's going on with that case? The Justice Department has him dead to rights. And this is not the burden for the Justice Department. This is the burden for Menendez to prove his innocence, because they know he's guilty. And you got the pyramids in the background here, and he was an agent for Egypt. So here he is, basically advocating for the Egyptian government and being an undeclared agent of the Egyptian government, and basically doing their bidding. He got caught, and they arrested him, they indicted him, and he's going to be facing judgment for that. So I'm wondering if he's working on some kind of plea deal right now, because they know he's got dead. He knows he's dead to rights. This could also be it's a wake up call for the Democrats that they need to do something too. But we're in the judgment phase right now. The Democrats need to decide what they're going to do with him. He needs to decide what he's going to do with the federal government. Is he going to fight these charges? Is he going to resign? Is he going to take a plea deal? What is he going to do? Overarching energy are the next steps everybody's kind of in their heads right now, planning what their next steps are going to be. The question for this one, I was just asking what everybody going to do. This is basically telling me that they're in that process right now of negotiating whatever the next steps are going to be. Whew. The lesson to be learned is the Queen of Swords. You know what? This is a pretty cut and dry case. I think the feds really have him nailed and have him dead to rights. All these swords here in positions that you don't want them. And it might be in Menendez's best interest to cut his losses now. The problem Menendez is facing is that he got away with it once. And because he got away with it once, he probably thinks he's way more clever than he really is. And they've got him again. And this time they have him dead to rights. I don't know what happened the first time that they didn't have him dead to rights, but they've got him dead to rights this time. And the sooner he realizes it, the sooner and the better the deal he'll make for himself, because he knows he's going to face consequences for this. He's not going to get off scot-free. The outcome is the victory card. I don't think this is Menendez getting a victory out of this. I think if he understands the gravity of the situation, his best bet is to compromise. His best bet is for him is not to go to prison and lose all his money, but he's going to lose that money, and he may very well go to prison. So cut what deal you can to take what victories you can get. But I think this victory card is for the justice. This is for the DOJ. This is for the Senate. This is for the United States, because we're getting rid of a corrupt senator. Doesn't matter which frickin' party he is. What we don't want are corrupt senators or corrupt any corrupt Congress people. So, okay, I had to hit the pause button there. My son had called me after about a 45-minute phone call. I'm back trying to remember what the heck it was I just did a reading on. Let's just ask, with Menendez, what is he viewing as his next steps? So we had that, if I'm not mistaken, we had a Two of Wands on the top of that. So, in fact, that card just literally popped up as I was overhand shuffling. What is his Two of Wands? What is it that he is going to be doing next with the Justice Department? Got this thing up. On the bottom of the deck is evaluating his position. For Carter, he may not be getting it. I think he thinks he got away with it once. I think he thinks he's going to get away with it again. I don't think this guy's getting it at all. He had a happy ending. That's not the happy ending I'm talking about. Oh, God. Oh, dear. Okay. I think right now he thinks he can get away with it. He's evaluating his position, and he still thinks he can get away with it. If he just works hard enough. But you know what this is? This is an all or nothing card. He has to do the work, and he has to evaluate the work that he's got, because he could either have a happy ending and land on his feet, or he comes crashing and burning. And that is pretty much the extremes of it. And I don't mean, and by extremes, I mean like you fight it tooth and nail. You're either going to land on your feet and you're going to be home free, or you're going to prison. You're out of Congress and you're going to prison. And it's almost like he doesn't see a middle ground. And maybe that's what this evaluation card is. It's like, how do I find a middle ground between these two scenarios? Exoneration versus downfall. Now, if you are innocent of these charges, there shouldn't be a concern about downfall. You should only be focused on exoneration. Because if you weren't doing all that, then the evidence shouldn't support that you did. the fact that he has to evaluate it and work on it, it means that, to me, it means he's guilty, but he's trying to figure out, can they prove it? Right? Okay. What about the Democrats? What are the Democrats going to do with Menendez? Are they going to continue to ask for his ouster? What are the Democrats going to do? What's their two of wands? What's their next step? They need to make a decision. They need to take action. This is the same card that came up in my Tommy Tuberville reading. You need to take action. Leaders need to lead. You got the Nine of Cups. There's your evaluation too. Seven of Coins, Queen of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. You have a big opportunity here. Whether it's, I don't know if it's fundraising, there's money involved with it, but they need to take action. You know, I think part of the problem is they're evaluating what happens if Menendez goes. How does this impact their ability can they stay in charge of the Senate versus, you got to cut this guy loose. And maybe what happens underneath it is that they're waiting for, what they want is for Menendez to offer to resign. And it saves them the political issue of telling him to leave. I think that's what it is. They might be offering him something to encourage him to resign. Maybe they won't do any more investigations into his actions. Just go. Just go. I think they're going to pressure him to resign. That's what I think their actions are going to be. And if he's too damn smug to do it, well, then you need to take the ethics committee route or force him to expel him from the party or something along those lines. They're worried about the political part of it, and I get that because with the fact that they have a one seat majority in the Senate, they're in the same position, the same pickle that the GOP is in the House with their 4-seat majority in the House. They don't want to give up that control. The difference is for the Democrats, if they give up the control and the Republicans take both houses, they're already corrupt. They're already corrupt and they're pushing for an authoritarian government. So I'm willing to, if the Democrats are not working on Menendez because it would mean that the Republicans would control both houses, I'm willing to suspend my morals and ethics because right now protecting the democracy is more important than being morally or ethically correct at this point. As sad as that is, it'd be great to have that moral and ethical high ground, but what good does it do if it means that you've converted your government into an authoritarian government? If the Democrats can win a few seats in the next election and increase their lead, then yeah, you can just force Menendez out, kick him out of the party, expel him from Congress, whatever. And I don't like saying that because it's so much easier to be behind this camera with this mic here and be holier than thou and be this moral and ethical ivory tower, as it were. Stand on my moral and ethical high ground and say, oh yes, they should do this. But the reality is, I'm not going to cut off my nose to spite my face as much as it grinds me. Right now, they need Menendez in there. But I don't know the full situation. If they can maintain their committees and their chairs with Menendez gone, then I'd say go for it. If you can't, then I'm going to begrudgingly let Menendez be there for another year while we get hopefully get some new senators in there. It's a hard time. Okay. Anyways, that's my reading on Menendez and Fetterman and such. Maybe we'll get a little bit more trolling from Fetterman it makes for entertaining readings. Thank you for supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you for all your likes and your shares and everything you do to feed the YouTube algorithm so my video makes it out to a wider audience. To newer viewers and subscribers, welcome to the channel. I hope you found this reading enlightening, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.